haven't lost a game since they said we're going back to comfort picks after that Cloud9 loss. 3 straight wins in a row. Can they keep going? Can they lock themselves a playoff spot here? They're going to be straight towards B for spikes down though, so this is a touch and go, push and pull. Victor with 2.
And that's a double duelist coming out for NRG. Artist switching over from Roll from Killjoy into this, getting a third one into the map, and NRG comes out strong. Already 2 players only alive for Loud. Tui's looking to get some flank, but Som's already anchoring, watching those rotates. We're sending a message to start things off. Less stuck in spawn on a 5 versus 1. Flash to get the information to peek out, and Victor even swings on it.
So they're actually going for a pretty deep buy here. Those frenzies used so well with the numbers that they had to make sure they could drop members on the way into sight, and now they set up for this lurk almost all the way up ramp. See what they can find out about A site, and they can start to work the spike wherever they want. Good heaven control right now for Loud, and I think that's what NRG wants to find. How many members can they get here to push over? And actually, Loud's already rotating away.
Yeah, this is what I like. You're staying very active around the map here for Loud.
What a call.
Kautzine got spotted at the elbow, already rotating towards the B side. Meanwhile, Loud always had this 4-player pressure up towards mid for these fast rotates because you do have the lower weaponry. A full eco coming out on the Brazilian side. And NRG recognizes that. They don't want to walk into any trap plays, using that utility to find that information. A second player in their eyes was found, right? That Trailblazer seeing less falling back into the vents. But still, NRG does not want to engage it into any of these sites.
Yeah, they're going to run the time down, ensure that one site, or gamble to one site, that it's going to have less numbers of Loud and Swarm. You can already see the spike heading back now. This is that time Finesse was talking about. Give everyone on the team time, especially him, to make sure the strat is the right one. Right into A. They have no defense from Loud to fight with. And this will be an easy plant, safe spot, so they can just set up for the post plant here.
Yep. Gamble stack here for Loud going out, and the retake is going to be even harder. Aspas only has a shorter to work with for the retake, but, you know, Aspas could definitely do magical things. Do some damage if they can. All of them grouping up. Try to pepper down NRG, who are coming out with strong rifles into the round. Artists with a Vandal, couple of Bulldogs, and using those at the long distance range, all the way back from sight. Loud slowly closing in, and even from the looks of it, they really want to try to maintain energy inside the A site. Big flank coming up towards the spawn, and that's going to be Tui's connecting onto Victor. So that's the first weapon down, traded back by Som. And here's that man with the shorty, close range. And a second shot does not connect, gets picked off, and things could be clean enough for NRG as they'll pick up the second round.
Really neat how NRG 5 for NRG. Still waiting to see if Victor's going to be the blast pack forward, or if Artis is really the front of these strategies. And it looks like Artis is getting that first pick with Victor over the shoulder. This is the same as the last strat, just quicker.
As soon as the toxic screen comes down on the attack, NRG moves into the A side. Battle here towards the back of the map. The crossfire is set up for a trade from either end. But Sadak's still pushing through inside. There's a fight up towards their E ramp. Finesse trying to find the timing. Comes across, but Les stops him. There's only one player left. And it's going to be Som. Also falling from Tui's. And yes, the bonus not converted for NRG.
Come up just yet. But they go back to what was the second round play when Loud was on their low buy. So this looks like the play that allows Finesse to get the time he needs to organize the strat. No real mid pressure. They would let Loud take mid. They would let Loud take B garage, right? Oh, Crashy's not letting that happen. So they're actually seeing if Loud will move first.
Move first, they did. One of them got punished right away, and that was Aspas. Meanwhile, though, you've seen the early rounds for NRG, always putting Artis very quickly up the control on the A ramp.
Yeah.
Giving him that responsibility to do that. Battle long range into the control of A heaven. If not, watch for the rotates across. That Trailblazer is finally going to spot him. That's going to make him fall back while NRG are still taking time for the hit. Stars are finally coming down onto the A site. And Artis dashes in, realizes now that we have an open A site. But is the plant going to be safe?
Poison's off. I've dropped the spike.
Given here to Victor, so he could actually charge up onto the showstopper. Let's plan it at what could now be a new default spot into the A site.
Yeah, a little safer when you don't know heaven's clear. A lot of utility to be chucked into the site, and it not going to do much. That doesn't even hit behind screen or a TV.
Even a Nebula was used, so a lot of utility used by Loud just to try to clear in the back of the map. So less to move into the site. As Victor comes into contact, falls back into the site, and this is such a patient game. from NRG. The protocols just run that clock down, keep it in their favor, but we are pinching in for Loud.
Look at that
Double
stacks.
stack up to the elbow, and Finesse gets the kill of the Kawadzine, and you can definitely see it here. The clock's running down. We're not going to it for Loud. NRG's got to get another round.
Absolutely. And looking at this, the question is now, Vans, what stops Artis dashing into the site? What stops Victor from following after towards mid this time? We may see a little more action there, but the 3-2, again, this default play, not default play, but this play coming out of NRG, round after round, and they're getting a little more aggression from Aspas on ramp this time.
It's exactly their own default there to take the pressure. A nice little flash hill comes out, an assist from Bradley's as Artis looking to connect up to the second one. Going head-to-head against Sadak, who then loses it here. A 4v4, but NRG pulls back from that. As Loud already rotated 2 players towards the A site. B site's open for now. But still the patient game. You see now in the POV of Finesse also what he's calling. Try to rotate players across on the mid control and maybe have a late lurk towards the A ramp. But Loud still not biting any type of rotations.
I'm watching Finesse right here. A great guiding light over the top of the coffee house. And Laos is going to make that quick work out of Vent.
The satchel to break the crosshair placement, but Tui's is still up there. It's a 2 for 2. Ends up to be an even tally as Victor is going to advance into the site by himself. Again, activating a very late lurk by Finesse. Trying to catch the timing on the rotate of Kawadzine.
He hears.
Exactly. But now we're in a perfect spot for Victor. Still has the pain shells. It's planted for them towards the garage. Also has a showstopper. Meanwhile, though, same thing. Pain shells for Sadak. Flash about to become available for Kawadzine.
I think Finesse is waiting to hear that guiding light.
After he hears it, Kawadzine still watching towards the mail. The swing comes out, and Kawadzine wins it. Now the nades come up. Position given away by Victor. Showstopper already out. And the showstopper rang towards the right side, thinking that he could connect onto that one. But already sticking on to the spike. It's at halfway. It's not really planted for him. He sees it. Now it's low. And now he comes in.
Losing the bonus, they take it right back to get a round that was planted and won after a successful plan. And Loud is not having any of this ramp control anymore. Less in mid either. And Artis goes down again to start the round for NRG.
Sheriff kill to start things off. Loud, as you mentioned, Riv, a triple push down towards the A ramp just to try to control Artis first. But Artis did meet his demise on that mid hit. You also see from the economy coming out from Loud. A couple of sharers coming in. Small shields for a couple of players, but Aspas staying with the shorty. They want to bring this operator out within the next round.
So Loud have great information on what's happening here due to Sadak's push, but this is a different one from Finesse and the rest of the team. They're taking a lot of that mid pressure first and trying to show a different look on this ego for Loud. So close, Sadak coming around. NRG had a lot of trouble against Furia with the eco rounds, losing about 4 or 5 maybe throughout the series. Oh,
Sadak down though, that's delays, pain shells too, showstopper out, but Victor runs right into him to deny that right away. And now the Seekers comes out too to identify the 3 players of NRG, where they're at, all towards the market. And look at the pacing, look at the rotation. You have to commit now into the A site. There's only 20 seconds left on the clock, and that's Sheris holding out there. It's Aspas and Kawadzine. Aspas on the top of heaven, dropping down. Crossfire now set up. Pain shells coming out. 10 seconds left. And a shot comes in for Aspas as Victor was trying to jump in. Almost no time left. Crashes has to clutch it now, at least inside the site. But it's once again the Thrifties that plagues NRG. As Loud
hell
puts
of a
up
round
2.
from Loud. Bring it within 2 here, still in the first half of this one. And right up goes Artis, but he's down to 21 already. He's gonna need that heal right away. So Victor becomes the tip of the spear now.
Second home Flame Storm available. Redemption to come back and turn around back in their favor. As we mentioned before, the operator is now ready for Loud, but it's far away out towards the B site. So NRG's taking the opportunity to get into A.
Finally in the site.
Does get the first kill onto Sadak. Now towards the back housing, gets flooded. As Tom picks him off. That'll allow the plat to come down onto the attack.
So
juggling all the weapons around here, but they'll get the plat for NRG.
We see why Loud has been playing a bit of a retake. Also, with the smoke and speed they played, they're expecting Aspas to have an op. He'll buy it on attack, he'll buy it on defense as he has here. And going that quick can easily shut down an operator. Also, not really wanting to retake with this amount of weaponry. It looks like they're gonna hold off in the save here, so NRG should grab another round. Just watch for the exits as they hold off. And really the momentum they were looking for, to see NRG have the slow rounds, but also be able to execute on the fast rounds. I think we're getting Loud thrown off a little bit. And Aspas Artist still finds himself going down. Unlucky on that.
Still trying to go for the chase, the hunt. Trying to take down the operator, but it's not going to happen. You don't want to lose too many
All
weapons.
5 surprise from NRG here. Forward ramp. This is the first time we see Victor go straight up.
Oh, and the judge, it misses.
Does he expect a second?
Fully stunned out of that one too. The second one's behind the boxes, but the rest of NRG decide to move
smart.
back inside to the A ramp. Aspas gets picked off by Victor. We're still trying to fight back towards the A ramp though. There's still Kawadzine and less. Looking for a timing when this orb comes down to flash for the double swing. Meanwhile though, we've taken our time for NRG to really get into the site. And the plant now comes down. A fake flash, beautifully done. As Les picks up the kill onto the in-game leader of NRG. Plant finally comes down, and that gave a lot of time for the rotate for Loud to happen. 3 players now all grouped up. Some still waiting. W Streamer indeed, watching that rotation, pushing down towards the E ramp. But for Loud, look at them. Always hesitating, moving into the site. The 1v1! W Streamer!
Content.
And with that, you see the rest of the players of Loud deciding to pull back, doing the El Clasico once again, but this time coined by Leviathan.
As this round ends, 5 and 5 on 5v4 conversions here. This one started off Victor blast packing up ramp. Loud has been seeing, not Aspas, Artist there. Is this one slow enough to stave off the eco? There's the pick coming out from Les. So they instantly try to control mid. Not an area that NRG's really even wanted throughout the game.
Yeah, but at least you're trying to funnel towards extremities.
Exactly.
What a peek out by Artist. And that's an open site now for NRG to plant. Sadak trying to do something. But NRG are just all over the site. Bladestorm out from Aspas. Behind the Nebula as Artist is looking to go head-to-head, toe-to-toe against him. Decides to pull back to make sure nobody pushes towards spawn. Looks like Crashies may have spotted the ponytail of Aspas. So you still have a player watching that mid.
Finished.
That's Kawadzine upgrading to another weapon. And Aspas looking to make a play. Both of them now grouped up, no flash available. It takes 3 seconds for that to come through. And as we drop down, at least gets traded out. A 3 versus 1. But once again, planet for long, you have everything into your favor for NRG. Even Crashies coming in from the spawn. And that's 7 rounds to 2 for
Execute
NRG.
onto the site. Right back to this full buy with the operator in the hands of Aspas. And he's in a very dangerous position, but this is where he's gonna have to put himself if he wants to start getting that first kill on NRG. Has a double duelist right around the corner that can explode again.
No flash on his support. It's just gonna be a walk across. Showstopper out.
Miss.
Aspas makes it away though.
How is he alive?
Back out with the op. Coin to be able to re-peek whenever he wants, but Artist comes around the back. Headshot as he falls, but there's another player that made it through. Sneaking behind enemy lines, has made it towards health, runs across for the first kill onto Crashies, but it gets traded out once again. Artist is on fire this time around. 3 kills into the round, leaving Kawadzine in less. The last 2 players standing. Nice little flash out by Kawadzine, but you still have the fundamentals for Loud. Back to a 2 versus 1, but the pit is still up. Les has to walk inside of this if he wants to try to clutch it. But it might be a different story. That op is also in sight, left by the new boxes. He's just gonna decide to stay by the ropes.
Yeah.
Also decide to
his
save his
timing.
weapon, to swing out.
4 as we get into round 11 here. So they tempt ramp. Wow. And Loud's ready to throw all of this utility in. And they're happy to receive it. That could have just been a guiding light on Finesse, which is why they play slow, right? So they're trying to make Loud think that this might just be a solo lurk here. Spike's still down, and we're back to that second round strat that NRG continued to run. Helps them get into a flow state for the round for sure, and then we see Victor and Artist just pop onto the site. Do they play contact this time?
Almost even a fake.
Very different.
Contact, a walk up from Kawadzine.
So different.
And Artist picks him off, the first blood once again for NRG. Meanwhile, though, both players are still moving inside the A site. Look at how we're still moving around our map, though, for NRG. No rotates coming as of yet for Loud either. It comes down to Aspas and trying to anchor towards screens.
Wow.
Up drive coming out from Artist, trying to land that shot midair.
I have the spike.
We do have the fallback from Aspas. Spike now picked up, and the rest of NRG now joins into the push. Onto the A site.
Oh.
Victor satcheling in, making sure that nobody's able to push out towards the window.
30
Nice little
seconds
smoke
left.
coming down too. And another clean plant.
Yeah, such a good plan, especially with the way that NRG's exiting towards the ramp area. Having a few members there, really easy to shoot from that position as you retake from the offending side, or attacking side, I should say. Great molly.
Both of them now pushing out from the screens. Aspas connects onto Artis. Pushing out towards the elbow, upgrading onto weapons, but these players are so low at the bottom of elbow. That's Aspas and Sadak trying to move forward. Sadak is the first to fall. And look, the clock's still ticking down. We still haven't made it inside the site.
enemy
Finally!
remaining.
There's only one left. It's Victor, looking everywhere that he can. And finally, we have a retake coming in for Loud.
Yes.
Enough time for the defuse. As they're trying to stop the bleeding as early as possible, and it takes now round 11 to get the third.
Number. 8-3, possibly a 9-3 here. It would look like a blessing as well for NRG with the speed they're doing it. Straight to mid, one of the first times they go fast on this, and Victor with the spam as Artist becomes just the fly on the wall. They still go.
Blocking sight.
These last few rounds to switch it up have been completely different. A contact into A, one of the first or second rounds they run through mailroom. What a clean first half here from NRG. Still, the retake to happen, a lot of ults to be used from Loud.
That's Seekers and a showstopper
Yep.
from Kawadzin and Sadak. Plan about to come down, and Seekers are coming out early.
Spike
Duel
planted.
lost here by Crashies as Aspas is trying to clear back the space, dashing away, and Finesse also made it away. Now Seekers with a showstopper trying to get onto the pillar. A flash to allow a peek to come out towards spawn. But Loud still haven't initiated yet. Som winning at the B main, coming head-to-head against Sadak and Aspas. He loses the first fight here, but it's up to Victor once again. Showstopper out. Finesse lurking up towards the garage. Showstopper misses, but it's back to 1v1. Hey, shells out, and Finesse is there! Hey, shells.
Walls on A. Action towards mid to start us off. And look at that. Double vent, 3 mid overall here as NRG want to just stop Loud's first attack.
Good luck, Sapphire, with the observing, because we had a lot of frenzies for mid control, and that's Victor with the first blood onto Sadak. Nice snake bite on the ground to prevent any type of aggression coming out and follow behind that initial push coming out from Sadak.
Victor just get another kill through smoke? Gosh, kind of wild how much he does that. The
Trying to
things
wait
come out,
too.
they saw him up there
Exactly. It was already pinged out, trying to make sure that they cover the grounds too.
in the B.
But Som is also there for the support. Yes, there's a trade-off there.
down, B.
He's holding in the back, avoiding the gravity well. Head-to-head soon against Aspas. Maybe a double swing with him and Tui's. As it just spotted his opponent cross over
Spike's
towards the
down.
pillar.
They have to get it.
Les, meanwhile, does get the pick onto Artis. There's a big flank coming in from Garage too.
Trade.
Delayed enough to allow Crashies to get the quarterback sneak.
And that's what we're looking at.
Still trying to get this spike. Oh, that's timing though! Les protects his teammate as Tui's almost got picked off. 22 HP left. Only the El Clasico in the hands of Finesse. As Les saves the round. Possibility.
Interesting buys. They're working with the economy here for Loud.
Would also be interesting if we see that coming out on the attack here from Aspas.
I wouldn't put it past them.
I know they have an opportunity to do that, right? If you do want to
Yeah.
have Sadak creating that space and have Aspas follow up. Let's try to attack from the long range.
See how Loud can source this information. Hey, it looks like they actually might walk right into the majority. Nice util use. They actually find Finesse. And this just looks like it's going to be a B drop in again. Once more water falling into the site, and they still have a little bit of main and garage control to take care of here before they set up.
Finesse still trying to get a timing. Finding, oh, okay. Another kill through the smoke. Courtesy of Victor, and Finesse
Finesse?
is walking in. Oh, but they both pull out of the W at the last second.
How's he alive?
No
No
way!
way!
Down, but there's support there from NRG. 2 players pushing through, and somehow this comes back in favor of the defenders. Aspas on a 2 versus 1, and Victor cleans the last kill.
He's still feeling the Finesse pressure right now. That's wild.
And with that round loss, no operator out for Loud. It's a Vandal instead for Les. And buying evenly here, trying to get pressure up towards the A-Ram. Victor's dancing around, fully blind, still manages to get the kill onto Aspas with support from Crashies.
Just wild.
Continuing to be the dynamic duo up towards the A site. And this mixed buy is fully denied. Only that Vandal, their hero rifle comes out, only for one kill.
So Loud actually separating themselves into the exact same scenario we saw NRG playing on the attack side. NRG still focusing more of the members on this defensive side of B. And Victor with Showstopper has had such an incredible game. His past series have been incredible, and he just keeps going.
For a split second, I thought I was watching NRG move up towards the gate ramp, doing exactly the same thing as he did, but this time around, Kawadzin does get the spray through the toxic screen and drops Crashies.
Back through sewers. I don't think Loud even, besides Crashy, have too much information off of that. All right, Aspas and Sadak are going to be the front on this, but this time they do not have that garage control. It has been open for the most part, and now Artis has made a home there as the team rotates over. Looks like Loud will have a plant here on the site.
Ooh. Artis wants to give up the B site. NRG wants to give up the B site as well because they could retake the site with the Showstopper.
They're not safe to plant.
So controlling Garage is huge. Pressuring back towards Garage is going to be important for Loud as well to try to shut down Artis. There's that swing back across and he wins it.
How do they do this to teams? How does NRG just stall a team when everyone's in sight from planting?
Les is back up though as he gets two of his own. Advantage swing back over to Loud as it's once again Les turning around over the advantage of the attack. With the low HP with Artis at 3, puts Kawadzin down at 15. Both of them pulling back on a post-plant advantage for Loud. And not being able to capitalize on any kills so far on that flank. It means here that the last two players for Victor and Artis, the two duelists that we just talked about before, that we've been praising on their attack, will have to save their weapons into the next.
That must be so stressful for Loud in sight. We have this looming presence from NRG, but they handled it really well. Everybody making sure, since they didn't have that garage control just yet with Tui's going down, that they were focusing that. They were behind New Box hiding and still someone in sight. So it looked super sketchy, and it was. Okay.
That's RG2.
Yeah.
And we have the operator out from this timeout. Not in the hands of Aspas, it's onto Artis. The glass cannon moving down towards mid. A flash, but he's not activating his dash yet. Aggressive, confident. The jump out now, activates the dash, and that Sadak is gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna wait a bit. I'm gonna wait a bit on that one.
Different setup by NRG here, as they only leave Finesse towards the right side of the map. Feeling that love Loud's been putting towards mid and mailroom. Put all the numbers in. A quick clear. I don't think that's... Yeah, it actually saw Tui's. Tui's has been here for the majority of the time, so whether that gives confident information to NRG or not is up to them. And here's the push in. Aspas all the way through. They're going to expect this. Oh, he saw close. He saw the barrel.
Shorty close. Some can connect. Back into the Vandal, pushing Aspas away. Still survives. Looking for the heal here from Crashies. But the satchel was close. But the paint shells still landing behind him. Back towards the screens. Victor looking for a timing move back towards the lower ramp, and this allows for this backstab to happen thanks to the spray from Crashies. The trigger discipline to let out the 2 and a spike.
Wild.
Spike down A.
All this focus because you have Artis pushing around. It's not a fake. Keep going forward. Victor could just focus on his targets. Now they look for Crashies.
13 seconds left. Aspas looking for that 1 versus 1 inside
10
screens.
seconds left.
Now as the spike is moving inside sight, Artis is trying to get the timing there. Delays off the pain shells, but it's too far behind. Artis manages to come in for the flank, though it's up to Tui's or 2 versus 1. And Artis picks up the Vandal for the kill.
Picks up the op at the end, too. Make sure to get that in. The defuse comes through. They're holding the site, going to be solid.
Out of my way.
And they lose it. So I think, obviously, you use it here. No way. Artis pushes through the smoke to get a ramp. Okay. All right. They're out of their mind right now, and they're trying to kick Loud right off the top of the pedestal.
That's some Aspas things right there, and even a flash allowing for the defenders to pull back, continuing their player advantage. Bladestorm not connecting onto a kill here for Aspas. As Loud has to rethink the round, back into a mid control.
Still, they're in like a default defensive setup formation, right back to positioning after taking down less. No over-rotating. positions covered everywhere. How does Loud get through this, right? Both sides. Finesse has done a wonderful job here, as well as Chat and the team, just to organize the destruction of Loud on split.
The thing is that we've used a little bit of utility towards mid for energy, but not too much coming in from the B side. So Loud still doesn't know how many players are stacked here inside B. So for the defensive side, you do have a little bit of breathing room, knowing that you have teammates to support here on Crossfires. And there's that initiation. There's that first kill coming out from Energy. Even the Crossfires and the trades are perfect. Leaving out Tui's last player standing, spotted by the Seeker, fully blinded, now with the Bulldog. And the Blade Storm even comes out. He's stunned by the Trailblazer, getting pushed in. Here's the reload, back in natural form, and Crashies closes the first map as Energy dominant one on split. 13-5 victory over Loud.
An absolutely incredible game from Energy. You can't say anything different. That was so clean to be able to shut down Loud as they did, playing to the level of their opponent and then some, Van Silly. Absolutely incredible. Victor, 6 and 5. Or 6, I'm sorry, on First Bloods. Had 5 plants.